So here, we have another pattern that is, so we have been practicing, do you have? Do you have an umbrella? Hey girl, it's raining outside. Do you have an umbrella? No, I don't have an umbrella. Or she can say, yes, I have an umbrella. I do have an umbrella. So, these kinds of answers can be expected from the people if you ask a yes or no question using do you have. Okay, so hope you understand do you have that we have discussed earlier. Now let's jump onto the higher pattern, advanced one. Okay, ready. So that is don't you have, don't you have, don't you have a smartphone? Don't you have a smartphone? Uh, Mohsin Raza, don't you have uh, children? Don't you have children?
Sir, I am single. I am unmarried.
Okay, okay. So you can say, no, I don't have children. I don't have any children. Like that, you can reply. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
So,
Thank you.
you can ask it, don't you have a computer at your home? Don't you have a long mustache? Don't you have a long beard? Don't you have a long hair? Don't you have a t-shirt? Like that. So I'm asking you, everybody please listen. Don't you have a brain to think? So using our body parts, we can ask some questions like, don't you have a brain to think? Shahid Khan, can you ask like that question? Don't you have a dash to dash
Don't you have football?
to play?
Yeah. Don't you have to play football?
Don't you have don't you have a football to play?
Don't
Sir,
you have to?
no,
Yeah.
I don't have a football to play, but
Yeah.
my brother has a football. Thank you.
Can
Next,
I make a
Rida,
sentence?
can you? Yeah, Abbas.
Don't you have a money to buy a car?
Yes, I have enough money to buy a car. Akhtar Abbas, my question to you.
Okay,
Don't you
sir, you
have
cannot.
don't you have strong teeth to bite the mango? Don't you have strong teeth to bite the mango?
I have a strong teeth, but I don't bite a mango.
Okay. Next, Rida, you can ask a question. Is it
How are you?
Rida?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. Don't you have a cap to wear because it's really cold?
Sorry?
I said, don't you have a cap to wear?
Oh, don't you have a cap to wear? Okay, okay. Very good question. No,
Because
I don't have a cap to wear. Before 2 years ago, I had a cap, which was brought from a mall. Let me ask you a question.
sure, please.
Don't you have a mobile phone to call that person?
I have a mobile phone, but I'm really, confused about that person you're asking about.
Okay, thank you. Now, who would like to ask a question like, don't you have? Who
May I
can?
ask question? May I ask question?
Yes, yes.
Uh, can I ask the question to anyone?
Yeah, you can ask to anyone.
Okay. Is Rida word? No, not Rida.
Already,
I
Rida
forgot the
was
name.
asked already. You
Yeah, yeah,
choose any
yeah.
other people.
Sweetie. Sweetie, I think Sweet is here.
Yeah, sweetie.
Hello,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. I
Yeah,
hear,
sweetie.
sister. Yes.
Don't you have curly hair? Don't you have curly hair?
The here, next was not clear. Don't you
Asking
have?
you,
What?
she's asking you,
Yeah,
don't you
yes,
have curly hair, wrinkled hair? Your hair is straight and smooth. So she's asking you, don't you have a curly hair? Curly hair, just like spring.
Yes.
You have
Sir, what is the spelling of curly?
curly, spelling
Yes, curly hair.
Curly, curly.
Curly.
So, Swissy, you
Curly
answer
hair.
yes or no?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
Okay, so you can say yes, I have a curly hair. You say, I have a curly hair.
Yes, I have a curly hair.
Very good.
Very.
So can you ask Sadia a question like beginning with don't you have?
Don't you? Hello?
Yes.
Hello,
Don't you
sister.
have?
Yes, I'm listening.
Don't you have motorcycle?
Very good.
I don't have a motorcycle. I have a car.
Sadia, you can answer. I don't have a motorcycle, but I have a car. But that conjunction can be used there in between the sentence to connect the two different sentences. Thank you very much, Sadia and Susie. Now,
Thank you.
let me move on to, Ananya Ali. Who is this? Ravindra Kumar, Sufi Rani, and Jahidul Hassan, Susan, Selena, Prashant Kumar, Nancy. These people kept their camera off. Why? Are you afraid of people? Some people are afraid of snake. Some people are afraid of dogs. Some people are afraid of cats. Are you afraid of people on Zoom?
No.
Okay. Can you please introduce yourself? Ananya Ali. Please turn on your camera. It's basic requirement here. Otherwise, I'll move on to another person. Rayash Prakash. Can you ask a question using don't you have?
All right. Don't you have who do I have to ask first? I can ask to anybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Can see many people. Is it Sigdam? Sigdam. C-I-G.
Chidam.
Chidam. All right. I have a question for you. Don't you have health tips for me to become more healthy?
Very good question. Don't you have some health tips for me to become more healthier? Wow, super duper. Chidam, replay.
Tips? Did he say tips? I couldn't understand
Tips,
that. Don't you have tips?
Don't you have health tips?
Health tips, okay.
For
I
him.
have. Okay, I have some health tips for you
to be
healthier.
More. Very good, very good.
To be
Idam, can
healthier.
you ask a question to him?
Yeah, don't you have a candle to get relaxed? Candle.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do have. And I usually do that.
Thank you very much, Rayash and Chidam. Now let's move on to Muhammad Samrat, MD Samrat. You can ask a question. Don't you have? Yeah.
Thank you so much for giving me chance.
Whom you are asking?
Just
Ask a person
Sir, just wait. Jyoti ma'am,
To
can you
whom?
hear me?
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much for response my talk. So, don't you have any plan to travel in Bangladesh?
I don't have right now, but I wish I would have.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
My
that
second
question, Samrat, don't you have any you cannot use because any is already negative. So double meaning. So double negative is not possible in a sentence. So don't you have any better? Don't you have a or some or a pair of like that? Thank you very much, Mr. Samrat. And Jyoti, you ask a question to him.
Okay. Do you have ever visited to Odisha?
And actually, I couldn't hear you properly. Could you please repeating that for me?
Jyoti, the sentence construction is just like a don't you have. After don't you have, you must use a noun. Don't you have a sister? Don't you have a mobile like that?
Okay. Mm. I can't find any question.
Okay, if you give me permission, I can ask you second question.
Okay,
Okay,
you
sure.
can ask. She's blackout.
Don't you have some great memories in your childhood?
Yes, I have lots of memory of childhood.
Thank you very much for asking a good question. So who would like to ask a question? Don't you have?
May I, sir?
Yes.
Okay, then should I ask you, sir?
Okay.
Don't you have any job making money so that you can get by your family?
Yes, repeat, please. Pardon me.
Don't you have any job? Don't you have job making money so that you can get by your family?
Oh, you are asking me the question. Don't you have any
Job.
other? So don't you have the other job, right? Don't you have a job to earn money, not make money, earn money? Yes, I have some other jobs. My profession is teaching. Teaching is my because since my childhood, I started speaking and learning English.
That's great, sir.
So, dear friends, this meeting is going to end. So we have 1 minute. So, due to a power failure, unexpected power off. So the link was disconnected. I'm really sorry for that. Now we are winding up. So do you have any questions, new members? You may asking question like, what's the time of tomorrow's Zoom class and what is the topic? So, the topic and other information notification will be posting in our group. So please join our group to get proper direction, proper information. So
And how
you
to
can
join them?
watch, you can contact on the number given on the Zoom link. You can check the Zoom link. There is the link attached, not link, the number, the WhatsApp number. So how was the session? Shahid
Yes,
Khan.
sir.
The session was
Yeah,
very
really,
impressive, sir,
Wonderful.
and
it's amazing. We are enjoying here.
take that.
Akhtar Abbas,
Yes, sir.
Jasimuddin.
It was wonderful. I have learned so many things through this session.